Thank you for joining me on exercise 3G. I'll be looking at question 8C. It says prove the following properties of conjugate complex numbers. We've got Z1 times Z2, the conjugate of that, to equal the conjugate of Z1 times the conjugate of Z2. Alright, so let's give Z1 the value of A plus BI, and let's give Z2 the value of C plus DI, where A, B, C, and D are elements of the real numbers. So I'll start with the left-hand expression, and that is the product of Z1 and Z2 conjugate. So let's substitute A plus BI times C plus DI, and we want the conjugate. Alright, so let's expand. A times C, A times DI, BI times C is BCI, and BI times DI is BDI squared. So we'll put the conjugate of that. Now I squared is -1, that's a complex number. Therefore, BD I squared is BD times -1. So I'll replace that with negative BD. So let's just replace that with AC, ADI, BCI. We'll place this here with a minus BD. Okay, we want the conjugate of that. Let's put the real parts together. So the real parts are AC minus BD, and I'll just group that. And the imaginary parts are AD plus BC, that's I. And the conjugate will be the same. If that's a plus, well, if that's a plus, then our conjugate simply has a minus. So we'll have AC minus BD minus AD plus BCI. Okay, we've done the left-hand expression. Let's work on the right-hand expression now. The right-hand expression is the conjugate of Z1 times the conjugate of Z2. So let's do the conjugate of Z1 is A plus BI times the conjugate of Z2, which is C plus DI. Now the conjugate, if there's a plus in here, we have a minus. If there's a plus in here, we'll have a minus. So let's go A minus BI times C minus DI. All right, let's expand this and see what we've got. AC minus DI, or minus ADI, okay. BI times C with a negative is minus BCI, and that becomes plus, two negatives make a plus, BDI squared. All right, so we've got, I'll take this I squared again, and I squared, as you know, we mentioned before, is -1. So BD I squared, we'll replace that with BD times -1. So it's a negative BD. So let's rewrite this. AC minus, I'll put the A in front, AD, BCI, replace that with a minus BD. Well, let's put the real parts together. So we've got AC minus BD, and we've got the I's are both minus, and we've got AD minus BCI, and sorry, that's AD plus BC because I factorized the minus out. And as you can see, let's just highlight that. These two, the left-hand side and the right-hand side, are identical. So therefore we could say, I'll just put a little bit more space here, and let's say therefore the left-hand expression equals the right-hand expression. And I hope this has helped. Until next time, stay happy.